They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Jrue Holiday is elite, period.
Brown with it. Guarded now by Williams. Hits a three-pointer.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
In a pick-and-roll game, the length and athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a big-time problem.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Outside Holiday. Down low. Here's Brown. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
2 on the clock. Holiday from long range. Pass to Holmgren. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And that one's good.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
A good look from Holmgren. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. Holmgren's got 5 points.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. To the inside. Here's Holiday. Outside, Brown. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Holmgren. 5 points in the game. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Assist from
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Pass to Holiday. And he lays it up and in.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Chet Holmgren.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Now, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
And here's Brown for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Lets it fly. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
Under duress of that shot clock, the ability to stay focused and understand timing and when to get it off. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, yes, sir.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Celtics out in front, up by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after the...
14.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along? Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age with free agency, with more salary cap restrictions.
Hey, Jason Tatum takes flight.
Oh my goodness, Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
To the middle. Holmgren. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Porzingis. From deep. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Holiday. Porzingis, high post. Now here's Brown. He's guarded by Caruso. Brown looking around. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The shot by Holiday, no good. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Holmgren on the take. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And putting some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Holmgren's got 4 points this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
Assisted.
And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Celtics trail by 3. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Dort. Tatum with the block.
There's a pride to the defensive end of the floor. Tatum sends that back.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. We've got 1:48 left in the second. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical." Unquote. Ryan, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Celtics trail by 3. Inside. And Tatum flying in for the fast break delivery.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And here are the Thunder now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Caruso outside. Pass to Dort. From behind the arc. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And don't go away after the... break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Boston has possession. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Up top, Holmgren. Back to Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Now here's Holiday. He's got 6. On the wing, Tatum. Let's go with a 3.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling. That's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Right side, Holiday. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. There's Tatum with the 3. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Down low. Dort with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
And here's Brown for three. Puts up a three. Again, the miss by Boston. On offense, here are the Thunder. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And stolen by Williams. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The 17-footer. The Thunder with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
To the inside. Outside for Dort. Nails it from three. Dort's got 5 points.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from three. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Back to Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Holmgren's got 20 points.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Brown, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Pass to Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Holmgren. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Doris Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
Outside Tatum. Launches a 3. Sinks the tray. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Outside, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kick out to Brown. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Thunder out in front, up 3.
32. The Thunder. 35.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 3-point lead. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
From deep, Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board. White for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Dort. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Back to Tatum. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Again, the miss by Boston. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics trail by 7. Down low. The kick out to White. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Outside Tatum. Outside Porzingis.
Oklahoma City foul.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Pass to Porzingis. White with it. Guarded now by Williams. 5 to shoot. Boston, no good that time either. Caruso outside. Soft touch off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 9.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside White. From outside the arc. Hits the trifecta. White's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from 3-point, and it is on target.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Outside White. The kick to Tatum. From downtown. Offensive board. Pass to White. And an intentional foul right there.
Chet Holmgren. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
White on the wing. From the arc. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. To the inside. Porzingis on the double team. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Tatum, good.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Inside. Here's Holmgren. Oh, nice fake with the layups off the mark.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis in a big spot, not an inch of back down. That is beautiful.
And so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Here's Holmgren. Banked it in off the glass. Holmgren's got 30.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
And here's Boston.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And that's an intentional foul. Good.